you guys doing? Welcome back to Country Mash. I hope you guys have been awesome, and today we're talking about a reticle and an optic specifically designed to be adopted by our US military. So we have the Trijicon ACOG TA31 with the ACSS Aurora reticle. So the designer of the ACSS reticle, Dmitry, has designed a reticle for our US military called the ACSS Aurora reticle. So it's not in yards, it's in meters, and it kind of takes the current RCO reticle being used right now, or Rifle Combat Optic reticle, and mixes it with the ACSS reticle, and then improves upon it and upgrades it. So it's really cool. We're going to talk about it, go into the features, and I'm going to show you guys how to use it. And then I'll even give you guys some examples. And then just to let you guys know, this is a reticle overview video. This isn't like a full review. I just like to go over the reticles just so you guys have a clear understanding when I use these optics in later videos. So let's jump into this reticle and see what it's all about. So if you guys have seen the RCO reticle before and an ACSS reticle, you guys will notice right off the bat that it kind of looks like a hybrid of both. You have your big chevron in the middle, and then you have your BDCs with wind holds, and then your horizontal mil marks out to the sides for referencing. So in typical fashion, we're going to start in the middle and then work our way out, going over the different features. So in the middle, you guys see we have a chevron, and as noted in a lot of my other reticle videos, the chevron is the most precise aiming point you can use for any optic because the tip of a chevron is infinitely precise. So as fine as your eye can see is how precise you can shoot with it. Below that, you have a crosshair that's good for bullet drop compensation from 0 to 800 meters. Dmitry came up with a chart that I'll put up right here for you guys to see that will allow you to adjust your 100 meter zero to fine tune whatever barrel length and load that you're shooting to match up with this reticle. So not only is it useful for a variety of 5.56 cartridges, but you can also use this for 7.62 NATO or 308 Winchester. Out to the sides of the BDCs or bullet drop compensators, you have wind holds up to 10 miles an hour. So the first dots toward the center are for 5 mile an hour winds, and then the dots on the outside are for 10 mile an hour winds. So when it comes to auto ranging your targets, there's a couple of different options with this reticle. Starting in the center, you can use your center crosshair to range 19-inch wide targets using your BDCs. So if you have a 19-inch wide target that is the same width as the hash mark by the 6, then that lets you know that your target is 600 meters away. And assuming that there's no wind, that would also be your holdover. So at that point, you would just pull the trigger and you would have a hit. You're also able to range targets that are 5 feet 7 inches tall using the horizontal marks off to the sides, and that's starting from the very bottom to the very top. So again, if you had a 5 foot 7 inch tall target that was the same height as the hash mark at the 6, then that will let you know that that target is 600 meters away. For targets that may not be showing full body, so if they're either crouched down or maybe standing behind a vehicle or something, you would still be able to use that ranging bracket using half measurements. Now another cool feature is that you're also able to double measurements. So say you had a target that was smaller than your 800 meter bracket. How do you range it? You would use the half measurement portion of the bracket, so either the top or the bottom, but then use it for full body. So say you had a target that was 5 feet 7 inches tall and the height lined up with the upper portion next to the 500 meter hash mark. That will let you know that that target is 1,000 meters away. And that means you could go all the way up to 1,600 meters since you could double the 800 meter mark. So now let's talk about the moving target leads. So the outermost points of the chevron are for targets moving at 3.1 miles an hour. The bold dots out to the sides are your leads for targets moving at about 8.6 miles an hour. And then you can use the horizontal marks on the very outside for targets moving 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40 miles an hour. So you might be asking yourself, what target can be moving 40 miles an hour? Well, we have to remember that this is intended for military application, so when we take vehicles into account, that's when someone can really take advantage of lead holds going all the way up to 40 miles an hour. So some more features that are kind of discreetly built in to those bold dots and the horizontal mil marks are that they're arranged in mils. So the bold dots are 5 mil radians from the tip of the chevron. And then the first hash mark on the horizontal marks, the one with the 8 above it, is going to be 10 mils from the tip of the chevron. Then the next hash mark down will be 12.5 mils. The next one down under the 6 will be 15 mils. And then you have 17.5 mils and 20 mils. These horizontal mil marks are really good for referencing a lot of different things. So a common use for referencing points like this is to reference what you're seeing, and it helps you communicate to everyone else where on the reticle is the target that you're talking about in reference to everything else. So as you guys could tell, the ACSS Aurora is just as awesome as the other ACSS reticles out there, but it's definitely geared towards military application. And that doesn't mean that it's not good for civilian use. If anything, it's pretty awesome that it gives us civilians an option to go with meters for those of you guys who are more familiar and more comfortable using meters. That's the reticle overview. I will be doing videos taking this optic out and just using it in the field. I obviously can't test an ACOG's durability and reliability like a military can, but I could definitely test its shootability and to see how smooth and easy it is to use the reticle. So I will be doing some videos in the future using this optic in this setup, but I just wanted to get this reticle overview out there for you guys to get a better understanding of what the reticle is, what it's good for, and what the features are. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys got something out of it. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. You guys seriously rock. I love all of you guys. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.